to the country from some elsewhere far and away. New York City and onward to Chicago, then an Amtrak to old Santa Fe. On the loose across the broad Atlantic, on the loose to hunt the great white whale, on the loose across a sea of troubles, taking arms by road and train and trail. She's a wide rolling land from the seaboard sand to the beaches and the smoke of LA, all the way from Manhattan to sunny Catalina, and all the way and all the way and all the way. On the loose across a mighty ocean, on the loose with castles to assail, on the loose down the lonesome highway, rambling folks on pathway, road and rail. Looking upward to the beautiful lights, we have stumbled on so many bright moments, and we dream of eternity's nights. On the loose across the hills and valleys, on the loose to quest the Holy Grail, on the loose to write our sacred story, orisons of foot and wheel and sail, orisons of foot and wheel and sail, orisons. Darkened skies in the daytime, a storm pours down from the heavens over unknown fields, past the tall gray towers on the outskirts of town, waiting for this land to be revealed, waiting for that big sun to shine, watching for the light at the end of the line, another gazing out a moving window through the pouring rain, another train, another train, another train. Starlit skies in the nighttime, a warm foreign glow over buildings of a strange skyline, the underbuzz of a busy station as the trains come and go, all the ways the rails can combine, waiting for a star to stumble toward, watching destinations on the big departure board, another postcard from across an ocean trying to explain, another train, another train, another train, another train, another train, another bottle in the brain, another beautiful memory, another rip, another stain. Colored lights in the windows down every stony road, filled with strange shaped houses and trees, everything in a beat up backpack, shouldering the load through endless unfamiliar corners like these, waiting for the sweet sweet smell of the muse. Watching every corner for something I can use. Another dream comes in from Lijiang, another taste of wine from Spain. Another train, another train, another train. Glowing fires in the mountains, red heat in the air, the gray smell of wood smoke on the wind. Tired eyes in the mirror, the same glowing stare, burning through the dark till day begins. Waiting for the world to grab the spark, watching all the dying embers smolder in the dark. Another memory from New Year's Eve by the lake in Coeur d'Alene. Another train, another train, another train. I got the freight train blues. Oh Lord, I got 'em in the bottom of my rambling shoes. When the whistle blows, I gotta go, go. Lord, Lord, don't you know? Another train, another train, another train. Muddled thoughts after midnight, third night in a row. The dreams and the trains mingle in the haze, traveling light through the dark with one more train to go. The rails combine so many different ways, waiting for the next jolt to my eyes, watching for the faraway glimmer of the prize. Another shiny golden link in this ongoing chain. Another train, another train, another train. Huddled crowds on a platform, an outbound express. Temptation, migration, and home. This time tomorrow, where will we be? No one can guess. All the ways our many birds have flown, waiting for the chance to take a ride, watching as the past and the future collide. Another pile of weathered ticket stubs in the stations in my brain. Another train, another train, another train. I remember the train heading south out of Bangkok. I remember Eddie rode the orphan train. I remember the train carrying Jimmy Rogers home. Another train, another train, another train. 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 Scribbled lines in a notebook, a song pours down from the heavens of the fertile memory fields, traveling out through the station and rolling with the sound. So many ways our story gets revealed, waiting for just one more ear, watching for the pilgrim passerby as they appear. Another three-chord song in a subway somewhere, the same old refrain. Another train, another train, another train. Another train, another train, another train. Another train, another train, another train, another train, another train, another train, another train. I walked the streets of Gettysburg one April afternoon. I heard my footfalls where so many fell before. Ghosts I felt so close to right there in my hotel room, and a piece of my past right outside the door. I climbed the walls in Bandolier with their Anasazi bloom, shared shaman pipes high above the canyon floor. On boats across the Baltic through the time-defying gloom, I saw shadows of centuries on every shore. Harare, Palenque, Kanchanaburi, full of faces out of dreams I might have known. No crowded streets ever seemed quite as lonesome as these on a Saturday night all alone. I walked round and round a one-road town for almost half a year, heard mythologies from half a world away. Too many stories elsewhere, too many tendencies. Try to breathe the whole world every single day. I climbed the cabin walls just to ease the else-bound pull over hand-drawn maps that made their way to me. For each and every vision I beheld with my own eyes, there were 100 from places far over the sea. Bratislava, Oaxaca, Hong Kong, Hokitika, every passing face a song I might have sung. No crowded choir ever laughed, such a silence inside, not a single word from your tongue. Scoring 18 years ago, I brought my story forth, out of misty pathways coalesced to rhyme. Guided by a proposition, hypothesizing sacred vision, seeking truth for trinkets, traded in for time. Time, while I memorized the worthy lines, sifted through the sands of time. $9 faces form and fade away. Shimmered winks and whisper shivers and just moments on the wind. Fade to black, fade to gold, fade to gray. Sigatoka, Mount Ida, Chihuahua, Barcelona, permutations as the worlds move around. No crowded scene ever emptied itself so completely, and you were nowhere to be found. I walked the streets of Gettysburg with history on my mind, the word, the meaning, and the meantime prophecy. The chatter of our better angels echoes off the wall, one voice silent now from far over the sea. Zacatala, Seldovia, Antigua, Espanola, Tongariro, Tbilisi, Sao Paulo, Urumqi, Tabatingo, Amahata, Gdansk and Gdynia, full of faces out of dreams I might have known. No crowded streets ever seemed quite as lonesome as these on a Saturday night in Stockholm. No crowded streets ever seemed quite as lonesome as these on a Saturday night in Stockholm. I met a man in a Mongol land, more incurring, so tell it to the girl from Texas. Tell her something she don't know. Let a little wisdom trickle in from every place you go. Pretty girl from San Antonio. Spent a year in a bathysphere, awash in the Bering Sea. All the world a mermaid dream, a dark-haired memory. Bright the moment, fleeting, image fading, slow. Pretty girl from San Antonio. Traded tales as I rode the rails beneath a high desert sun. They were dark and they were dusky, and I drank in every one. I drank in deep and come full circle where the wild headwaters flow. Pretty girl from San Antonio. I met a girl in a mongrel world so many years ago. Ancient starlight in her eyes, and ground swells down below. And when the freaks roll into town, we always stop for a show. Pretty girl from San Early morning goodbye on the roadway out of town. You ran over my guitar case and rushed to turn around. Rushed to turn around, what think you about the days gone by? I'm headed for the airport, I'll soon be in the sky. Soon be in the sky, another early autumn dawn. What think you about the seasons now? Our summer's come and gone. Summer's come and gone, now changing leaves are hard to read. There's a boat down in Nome Harbor, I am bound for Diamede. Ill to fight the sickness, I am bound for Diamede. One pill in a yawning bottle, one drop in the sea. Stories shared fill the meaning as we learn each other's haze. I filled in the lonely youth that you lived dark with yesterdays. Dark with yesterdays that cloud the open skies ahead. Thick with summer birds and ghosts of pretty things we said. All the pretty things we said. Warm winds through the cold, and every single thing that we sing is 100 stories still untold. All the stories still untold about all the songs we've seen, all the tasty secret corners, all the oceans in between. Islands of our finitude and oceans in between. You are lost inside a bottle, I am lost at sea. waters may be wide, there are always miles more to be added or subtracted by the roads you're living for, by the shores you're living for. Will you walk along alone? Are the miles any shorter with all the wires and the phones? With the wires and the phones and the far-off phantom touch, and our pocket full of sunsets doesn't warm tomorrow much, doesn't warm tomorrow much. With all the fiery songs you read, from within you or without you, the words may give you what you need. Give your angels shelter, they may give you what you need. Put your foot down on the throttle and drive down to the sea. Yea, though we live in days of imagery, some pictures slip away from the edges of our ocean. Wash the colors all the gray, wash the colors all the gray from reddest lips and bluest eyes, as the waves roll in and roll away toward the gray and boundless skies alive with flickers from our universe of stars, far off light that trickles to our world of kamikaze hearts, hearts on kamikaze missions, songs of camaraderie. Let the cat out of the box now and set the forces free. Write the words on paper and then let the forces be. Put your message in a bottle and throw it out to sea. Middle of the ocean, the whole world hovers round. All the goodbyes, all the farewells, all the roadways out of town, all the roadways out of town, leading off into the sun. All the suns to rise on summer days that haven't yet begun. I am standing on the shoreline, listening to the ocean breathe, singing days that I have gathered, gazing out across the sea, gazing out across the water from the rocks of Diomede, toward the ones who are waiting out there oh so far from me. To the kindred out there somewhere, though you're oh so far from me, I'll put my love into a bottle and I'll throw it out to sea. I'll put my love into a bottle and throw it out to sea. I'll put my love into a bottle and throw it out to sea. You never called. I was waiting. I was waiting all month long. Tried not to get caught up, anticipating one more candy sweet February song. I didn't press you for any answers. I was patient to a fault. I distracted myself over and over and over. I was waiting. You never called. I remember over coffee way back in 2004. You kissed me, then you kicked me out into the cold night, through the coffee shop's front door. Like a squirrel I hid my nuts through the winter. I was patient through it all. I kept telling myself over and over and over, if I waited, you would call. All the long night of the waiting, then the long nights I spent for you in jail. You put me away for stalking you, and then one day you came down to the station and paid my bail. I didn't press you for any answer. It was worth it worth to take the fall. Oh, you made me feel so good, over and over and over, once you finally made the call. That was so long ago. Now the Ides of March are coming fast, and the Februaries when we played like we were married are just a faded memory from some life in the distant past. Wasn't holding my breath for some miracle. Still I dreamed we might tear down that wall, and my February heart remains unreconciled. I was waiting, you never called.
Unencumbered like an asteroid through space, like a shooting star will ply the empty night. Dissecting propaganda like a vagrant on the bus. He sees your ties of packages uptight. He's got holy elbows in his kingly clothes, battered corduroy, and she's a beautiful girl, and he's a chemical boy. In the garden, Gaga gods in the Galapagos, how slim the threads that bind and twine the fates. Shifting webs rewoven with the whimsy of the winds, how long the fleeting odds the happenstance equates. And the man upstairs ain't got the form to type up the referral, and he's a beautiful boy, and she's a chemical girl. He's a beautiful boy, and she's a chemical girl. Across the spaces, faces meet across a room, dissolving distance, color burst and heat. The swirling of the forces we'll never want for time, for the two sides of the border wars to meet. There's rockets on the launch pad now, waiting to deploy, and he's a chemical girl, and she's a beautiful boy. Sing a song of slope and threshold, hook and sinker, ebb and tide. Echoes rise and fall as seasons come and go. Activation and reaction, dreams of sparks to bomb the cold. All eyes open wide to see the show. Picasso brushes rest and wait to paint faces on the mural, and she's a chemical boy, and he's a beautiful girl. She's a chemical boy, and he's a beautiful girl. Mayflies fluttering and solstice breezes dance. High noon, the crooning moon, spoon the queen. Between the spurling swan, the ghost of circumstance regurgitates before the frog machine. But the strange engaging handmaiden won't obfuscate the hurl, 'cause it's a typical ploy, and we're a chemical world. Light from stars that fade and flicker falls in rainbow-colored rays. Our quick dust gathers patterns on the ground. Momentary tapestry, Mandela's twixt the silent hours, the shivering ether screaming out a sound of silent times and lonely shadows trying to be blurred. Another beautiful day in a chemical world. Another beautiful day in a chemical world. It's another beautiful day in a chemical world. It's another beautiful day in a chemical world. Another beautiful day in a chemical world. Another beautiful day. It's another beautiful day in a chemical world.
I remember the flowers in springtime and the lengthening hours in the sunshine. How your eyes opened up and they met mine, and I couldn't let go of your gaze. And we danced as the church bells were ringing, and together our hearts were singing. I've forgotten the songs we were swinging, and I long for those long ago days. In the long winter hours while the slow candle burns and the light finds it harder to shine, I'll recall times gone by and the fire in your eye as the white fills this gray beard of mine. I remember the summertime lakeshore when you took off that sundress that you wore. I remember you didn't wear much more except the light in the depths of your eyes, and the shoreline all the way to the pine trees, just waiting for the relief of a cool breeze. I miss the sweet heat of those memories and the sun in the summery sky. In the long winter hours while the stars cross the sky and the light finds it harder to shine, I'll recall most of all fading steps down the hall as the white fills this gray beard of mine. remember the colors in autumn as all the green drained out through the bottom. Oh, we wanted good times and we got them, but soon they'd all passed us by. Slowly the winter descended, and the truth just couldn't be bended. All of the magic had ended. We just had to kiss it goodbye. And in the long winter hours, while the ice grinds away and the light finds it harder to shine, I'll recall times long gone, but the times just roll on as the white fills this gray beard of mine. As the white fills this gray beard of mine. As the white fills this gray beard of mine.
So softly, and the day is giving its last breath, throwing out the boogie and giving it your best bet, sipping on your toddy and feeling the groove. Live it up, brothers and sisters, you got nothing to lose. Don't give in to the sunrise, feel it all the way into the dawn. You'll be sipping on your coffee when the night is gone.
In so softly, as the day is giving its last breath, I ramble through the sunset, wondering what we've all got left. I rise into the twilight, I crash into the sea, wondering what she's got in store for me. Don't fear the coming sunrise and live the day's last breath. Dance with that little sweetie, swing her around, swing her around, swing her around, and wake up to the sunrise, smelling that Java brewing on the stove, snuggling close and softly, waiting for the next night to close.
Sunrise, feel it all the way into the dawn. You'll be sipping on your coffee way into the dawn. You'll be sipping on your coffee when the long night is gone. It's gone, gone, gone. Don't give in to the sunrise. Feel it all the way into the dawn. You'll be sipping on your coffee when the long night is gone. It's gone, gone, gone. Don't give in to the sunrise. Feel it all the way into the dawn. You'll be sipping on your coffee when the long night is gone.
I, that please some, try all, both joy and terror of good and bad, that makes and unfolds ere, now take upon me, in the name of time, to use my wings. Impute it not a crime to me or my swift passage, that I slide o'er years and leave the growth untried of that wide gap, since it is in my power to o'erthrow law, and in one self-born hour to plant and overwhelm custom. Let me pass the same I am ere ancient's order was, or what is now received, eyewitness to the times that brought 'em in. So shall I do to the freshest things now reigning, and make stale the glistering of this present, as my tale now seems to it. Your patience this allowing, I turn my glass and give my scene such growing as you had slept between. Now grown in grace equal with wandering, what ensues I list not prophecy, but let time's news be known when 'tis brought forth, and what it hears, which follows after, is the argument of time. Of this allow, if ever you have spent time worse ere now, if never, yet that time himself doth say he wishes earnestly you never may.
I was thinking about time dilations and Einstein's equations, relativistic gravitation, and different rates of speed. And I was thinking about you in your spaceship, gone for such a long trip, and the crew down on the airstrip, watching you recede. And I was thinking about island nations, Dominicans and Haitians, global webs in isolation, and the tangled tree we breathe. and I was thinking about wings, migrations, and faraway temptations, Himalayas and Appalachians, and the politics of need. And I was thinking about good vibrations and karmic palpitations and changing constellations of molecules and men. And I was talking about change and stasis, dearth in the oasis, and all things shifting places, then all quiet once again. Thinking about time and cadence, trials and tribulations, incremental perturbations, incidental epiphanies. And I was thinking about black carnations and latent lamentations, and all the time for contemplations, silent symphonies. And I was thinking about space invasions, interstellar hibernations, artificial stimulations, the same old way to bleed. And I was thinking St. Paul to big Galatians, the Gauls and minor Asians, crocodiles and Cajuns, hungry mouths to feed. And I was thinking about love, abrasions, the glow and the halations, parting salvos and salutations, the endless deep space night. And I was thinking about arbitrations and the stumbling towards salvation, all things in moderation, all things in a hazy light. About time and patience, mollusks and crustaceans, evolution and creation, the urchins and the kings. And I was thinking thinking about all the distant stations, chromosomes and Homo sapiens, never-ending revelations, forever ponder fleeting things.